uses so many people. The devil uses so many vessels and to jump demons to jump vessels in so many ways, and it's actually quite fascinating. You know, I found it all incredibly fascinating, how energy really works, and frequency and vibration. You know, people use these words so loosely, but they just really don't understand the essence of the words. They really don't understand words in general. And that's why I've done so much studying when it comes to the language, words, quantum grammar, technology, the real history that they don't teach you in school, where my bloodline is from. I've learned so much. I've got so much downloads from the universe. Many people won't believe me, but you know what? I don't care. Because it's my journey, it's my experience, it's my life, and I'm only sharing what I'm sharing because I'm being told to do so, because the Most High Source, your maker, wants humanity to know the truth about what's going on in this earth, and the higher-ups that are pulling the strings, the puppet masters that are pulling the strings and creating so much illusions and delusions and deception in the eyes of humanity. He doesn't want it no more. He's done. He's finished with it. You know? I've got spiritually attacked to this degree because of what my grandparents left me and my bloodlines left me behind, my ancestors. Right? I know what is for me, my birthright, I know. Yeah, I'm not going to share too much on that. However, all things will come to light when it's meant to. You know, I just go along with I take each day as it comes, and I listen to spirit. I adhere to what my creator is telling me. And my ancestors are everywhere. They're animals, they're creatures. They speak to me every day. Spirit speaks to me in numbers. A fly just flew in here just now, and that's a monitoring spirit. I'm not going to pick up the phone to show you that, but one's just coming here. So, yeah, I'm just doing what I'm told. You know, people don't have to like my video. You don't have to share my video. You don't have to do nothing, you know what I mean? You just do whatever. I'm really not bothered. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, mate. And, just hoping that I'm touching someone's heart here and making them feel like, you know what I mean, you're really not alone in anything that I may have said already that you may resonate with. You know, I'm a little bit camera shy, but I'm doing the job, man. I'm doing it. Apart from when I'm, you know, having a boogie, a little bit of a dance, then I don't care, because when I'm dancing, I'm in my own world. Listen, mate, it could be hellstones and brimfire happening, mate. I'm still dancing. I'm still dancing because I am music. I love music with a passion, and to be honest, without music, I don't think I would have lasted on this earth, because music in general, especially reggae music and Michael Jackson and bit of George Michael and Whitney Houston, those are my favourite artists, really, down to earth, like, that I've always loved the most. Without music, man, I don't think I'd be here. I'm always happy, always, no matter what's going on in my life. Nobody would ever know what's going on in my life because I don't share my shit. I'm private. The world could be tumbling down in my house and nobody would know because I don't share nothing. And I will walk out with a smile on my face regardless and act like nothing's wrong. Because I know that the Most High is going to help me overcome whatever it is that I'm dealing with at some point, because it's not forever. I know it's not forever. There's got to be something in this that I'm learning. Because everything is about learning something, or it's a lesson or it's a blessing, innit? Yeah? And that's how I look at life. I've always looked at life like that. That's a no-brainer. It's common sense. Earth is a school for us to learn lessons And in the process of you learning those lessons, eventually a blessing is going to come because you've learned it. But many don't learn, and they continue to repeat the same shite that they always do. So then they wonder, how comes they're not getting blessed? How comes you're not getting blessed? How comes you're getting this and I'm not getting that? Oh, maybe because you're not actually learning from your mistakes, because we're all here to make mistakes and learn. And I'm one of those people that, hey, I live and learn, man. And I've come back on this earth to not repeat any more cycles. I am not staying in no karmic loops. And if you don't understand what I mean when I say karmic, it basically means that karma is real. That's number one, right? And if you're living a karmic life, it means that you're not in your high vibrational, authentic, higher self and doing things that are pleasing to the Most High. That's my interpretation. Everybody can have their own. This ain't no who knows more and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not into that. And any comments that's left that's negative or trying to trigger me in any way, it's not gonna happen, mate. You're not gonna get through to me, because I'm past caring about anything. I've gone through hell and come back and knew me, the true me. See? Yeah. And now people are gonna see me for who I truly am. All my so-called family, nobody knows me. They don't know who I am. Maybe my so-called mother knew. She knew who I was when I was born. They check out your birth chart. They want, to see what your destiny is and what your future holds and all of it. They do all of this stuff with the higher ups. They do it. May I tell you? Right? This is what they do. But my family, they don't know me. In my soul, who I truly am. I'm a giver. I'm a lover. I will fight when I need to fight, because I'm a spiritual warrior. I'm a spiritual gangster, man. Assassin's Creed is a movie that I love. Go watch it. And because that movie resonated with my spirit so much. One of my favorites is also I Am Legend. The Truman Show. I've mentioned The Truman Show in my other videos. That's what my life has been like. Ever since the day I was born, I have been spied on. I have been watched. I have been stalked, gang stalked by the system and by my so-called mother and whoever else, her little cronies in the family and out of the family, that have always been watching me, and I know why. When my grandparents passed away, as I said before in my other videos, that's when shit really hit the fan. And my so-called mother, that's when I really started to see her true colours. Because I could see from I was young, very young, that I could see that my mum is fake. And she hated that I could see through her. Some of my other family members, are fake. Yeah. My spirit just cannot take nonsense. I don't want to be around fake people. I want to be around real people. I want to be around people that are silly, like me. Yeah? In their childlike energy, it's just silly and funny and happy and, just live for today. Just like dogs. That's why I love animals. Animals live for today. They don't worry about what happened last week and in the past. They don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow and next week, next month, next year. They just live today, in the now time. And that's how we're all supposed to be living, in the now time. Yes, you can plan and manifest things for the future. Yeah, that's not a problem. But don't be living in the future where you don't reach there yet, because today is the future. Today is actually the past. It's all in one. So you're better off just living in the now. And the biggest problem that humanity have at the minute, from what I've experienced and can see for myself, is that People are living in the past too much, man. It used to frustrate me when I used to have people around me always complaining and moaning and complaining and moaning and whining about this, this relationship and this, that. I'm like, mate. They asked me, people always express their personal lives to me naturally, and they vent out. And they would ask me opinions, what do I think? And a lot of time I would say, do you know what? If you have to ask me that, I know you already know the answer. You don't need you don't even need my opinion or a suggestion from me, because I know that you already know. And that alone would silence them, because I'm not one to feed people any kind of information or project anything that I think that I would do, or I try my best not to do stuff like that. And you know what I mean? You know, on occasions I might have said to somebody like, okay, if I was in your shoes, this is what I would do, but you must go with your own heart, go with your own feelings. Sorry about that, my dog, he doesn't like the flies either. As soon as he sees them, he starts barking like mad. But anyway, as I was saying before, I don't like to tell people, I don't like telling people what to do. That's not who I am. I don't like people telling me what to do. I'm somebody that, right, whatever it is, how I am, you know, I believe that, now I know in myself that I don't like people telling me what to do. And I'm not going to tell anybody else what to do. If you ask me for an opinion or a suggestion, I will make a suggestion, but at the end of every sentence or every paragraph, right, I will say to you, go with your own heart, your own feelings, because you know yourself, innit? You must know yourself. Know thyself, right? Go with your own heart. And 9 times out of 10, I say to them, look, you already know the answer. It's just like being in a relationship that says, oh, do you think he's cheating on me because he's doing this and doing that, blah, blah, blah. I said, you already know the answer. From you have to ask me that, you know the answer. And that will silence them, you know? So, yeah. I will give people advice if they ask for it, you know? But I always will tell them to just go with your own feeling. I'm not living your life, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd just do this video, it's a short one still. How many minutes is this? Fucking, I can barely see, man. 57. It's an hour. Blood cloud. That's how long it be. Alright, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna do some shorts on it and get it out. And yeah, thank you very much again for listening to me. I'm gonna continue to speak as much as I can, you know. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy, but, and I've done full circle on a lot of spiritual attacks. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you. With greatest gratitude from my heart. Thank you so much for listening to me and taking the time out to share my video, like what you want to like, and yeah, I'll see you soon, and may truth prevail. Peace and love. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If there's one thing I'd like you to remember, it's this. Never let anyone convince you that your light is too bright or your voice doesn't matter. We all have a purpose, and I hope my story encourages you to keep believing in yours. Thank you for being part of this community. Peace. Until next time, keep shining your light, keep speaking the truth, and never stop becoming who you were created to be.